Hey guys, sorry if I look abnormally brighter today, but I have my window open like I usually do. Well, not open, but the blinds are open. And it's like so bright outside because winter, I swear, is over. Ohio's winter this year only lasted like a week. And I know somebody who can vouch for me for that, so don't say I'm wrong because literally it's only lasted about a week. We had like a week of really, really cold temperatures, a lot of snow, a lot of ice, a lot of dangerous driving for sure. And then it was all gone. And here we are now. But I don't know what you guys think, but I tried to style my hair differently. I don't even know what it looks like, but I can see it falling into my eyes. So I don't know if I'm ever going to do this again. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about in this video is animation. And I'm not just talking about like animated movies or anything, but animation in a general whole. I have always been somebody who has a really large obsession with animation. I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know where it came from, but I always have loved animation, whether it be in video games, movies, fan-made animations, anything. My favorite movie of all time is How to Train Your Dragon because the animation in that film is just gorgeous. I don't know why I kept looking away from the camera there. I'm sorry. I feel like my ADHD is acting up and like for some reason there's something really fascinating over there and I don't even, maybe it's my lion sitting on my shelf. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, ADHD is really acting up bad. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to stay on topic here. So just recently I had discovered a movie and I mentioned it, I don't know if it was my last video, no, it was the video before that, my French accent video. Jack and the Cuckoo Clock Heart. The only reason I decided to sit through that movie is because the animation style really caught my attention. Now, there's a lot of times that happens to me, and sometimes when, like, my parents come home and see that I'm watching an animated film, or in their words, a cartoon, they don't really say much about it. But it's what they don't say that gets me, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but they do sometimes say things like, you and your cartoons and things like that, and it bugs me a little bit, but, I mean, the thing is, what they're getting at is that I'm too old to watch animated films, when that's not the case. Animation is an art, and what do you do with art? You appreciate it. You look at it. You observe it. I mean, what do you do when you go to a museum? You pay to get into this museum just to look at all this other art stuff and things like that, but the moment that you put it into an animated film, it's suddenly a kid's movie? It's suddenly not appropriate or something like that? I don't know, but I just wanted to touch on this subject because I have always been a huge animation freak. Kingdom Hearts is my favorite game strictly because the animation style is so anime and so unique to me. I don't know why I think it's so unique, but it is really bright colored and very well animated. It's really pretty, especially like with the physics. I'm going to say in like the second game, Sora's hair, like whenever they animate it properly in cutscenes, like his hair actually has physics to it. Little details like that in animation are what get me. How to Train Your Dragon, especially the second How to Train Your Dragon, it's definitely some beautiful animation. There were some shots in that film that, like, the soil or, like, the snow just looked so real. Jack and the Cuckoo Clock Heart, it definitely had a Tim Burton-esque kind of feel to the style of the animation. Turns out that's who inspired the animation for that film, which I didn't know until I actually started researching the film and things like that. But the style of that movie is what caught my attention, what I decided to watch it for. There's an Undertale fan animation that I linked to on my cover to Stronger Than You, which was the first video I ever found with that song in it. That I've watched so many times because each time I watch it, there's like little things that just catch my attention, like, ooh, this hit on beat, ooh, this was really nice, ooh, that's such a fluid animation. It's just, I get so giddy about it. I could like feel myself fangasming about it. Final Fantasy. I have played Final Fantasy games just because of the beautiful and so realistic animation in those, I almost called them films because, I mean, they make better movies than they do games, in my opinion. I've only ever played one Final Fantasy game, but I regret nothing because the animation was so worth having that game and playing through it. I still have yet to finish it, actually. I just now remember that. Don't hate me, please. I'm not a Final Fantasy person, though. And then one more film to add to this list was Rise the Guardians. I cannot believe that wasn't the first one I said. Rise the Guardians is by far a beautiful, beautiful film. The hair, the sand, the snow, everything about it. Oh, it's beautiful. Not to mention, like, the colors. The storyline, it's much to be desired. But if you just look at the animation, it's definitely beautiful. But the main thing I wanted to say here is that animation is like a museum that you watch. And what better way to appreciate it than to look back and appreciate it more and more each time. I understand animated films' target audience is children. But if you look past that and just take in the animation, you know, the art, and all the little details that they put into it, it deserves so much appreciation. Maybe that's just me, because I've always loved animation in general. Like, I've always had an appreciation for animated films. Maybe it's just me. But I just wanted to get it out there, because there are probably some people who are probably in the same boat as me who are judged upon the fact that they appreciate animated film. I mean, Tim Burton does all stop-motion animation. The only reason I watch those films is because he took probably years just to make the puppets and put it all together. That is incredible. My favorite animation studio is definitely DreamWorks. They pay such little attention to details. I mean, like I said, in Rise of the Guardians, it was all the sand. In How to Train Your Dragon, it was the snow and the fire and the clouds. Apparently clouds are really, really hard to animate, and the teaser trailer for How to Train Your Dragon 2 took place entirely in the clouds and in the sky. Like, really? Disney animation is as good as the next. It's very cartoony in my opinion, but still there are sometimes, like, Tangled. All of that hair had to have been so hard to maintain. I can't even imagine. Or Brave. Brave might have had the same issues. But I'm not just talking about those ones. I mean, there's also Blue Sky with, like, Rio. Rio is a beautifully animated movie. So many colors. Not to mention that the physics in the feathers of all the birds. That is some beautiful animation there. Sony Animation with, like, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That is a cute movie. I absolutely fell in love with Flynn Lockwood. I don't know why. He's such a cute character. Anyway, back on topic. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs has a lot of color, and it's a very cartoony and bulgy kind of style, which is really unique in my opinion. It's not something you see every day, so I think that might have been what caught my attention about that animation. I appreciate any animation, and that's why if you, like, look through my liked videos, there's a whole bunch of, like, animated Undertale features that I've just liked because I like watching and rewatching them, like I said. Because if you watch them once, you get the gist of it. But when you watch it again, you're going to notice these little things that you didn't notice the first time. I feel like I've said that already. I don't know what all I've said. This video is going to be fun to edit. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out there because I'm sure there's probably other people out there with the same situation as me who probably appreciate animation as much as me. But if you do or don't, anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you want to check out my last one or subscribe to be told when I make a new one, click the annotations on the screen. For you mobile users, the links will be in the description below, as will any of the links to any other social media for Become a Proper Stalker. You can click those links now because this video is over. Bye, guys. Sometimes I really just need to slow down on my outro because I get tongue-tied like I just did. I could retry it, but I don't feel like redoing it. Bye, guys.